He was a family man for his friends and community.
From Scottsdale, Arizona.
I don't give a shit.
But actually, he was the most capable CIA agent, and on that day, he was handed over the most difficult operation to infiltrate Russian intelligence agency. He started mission like normal ventures, unaware what is about to hit him and his family. Welcome back to Paramount Recaps. I don't have many subscribers, but your single comment is a ray of hope to motivate me. The movie kicks off by introducing us to a covert CIA unit known as Overwatch, led by the tough and strategic James Silva. Their mission: to infiltrate a Russian Federal Security Service safe house located on American soil. The whole operation is overseen by a man named James Bishop, who monitors every move the team makes from a secure location, ensuring that everything goes according to plan. Overwatch's mission is critical. They need to locate and destroy a dangerous stash of cesium. This isn't just any ordinary substance. It's a highly toxic chemical that, if weaponized, could cause massive destruction and countless deaths. The tension rises when Alice and another team member pose as decoys, pretending to ask the residents of the Russian safe house for directions. But instead of waiting for an answer, they toss a flashbang grenade inside. The explosion stuns the occupants, allowing the team to storm the building with guns at the ready. As reinforcements pour in, they gather 5 of the house's residents in the living room, taking photos, checking IDs, and securing the hard drives they find. Meanwhile, Bishop, keeping a close eye on the situation, notices a subtle heat signature in one of the rooms. He alerts the team, and 2 agents move to investigate. They don't find anything suspicious at first, just a wall. But then, out of nowhere, Bishop shouts "gun," and chaos ensues. Alice is hit, but she fires back while, downstairs, another operative is taken out by an enemy. The Russians activate a strange device, triggering a massive gunfight with Overwatch. Although the team emerges victorious, their win is short-lived. The building catches fire, and sirens blare in the distance. Amidst the chaos, a lone Russian manages to escape through a window. Silva spots him, gives a nod of approval, and then confronts the man, who begs for his life, killing him just as the house explodes behind them. However, Silva's moment of triumph is shattered when he later sees a news broadcast revealing that the young man he killed was only 18 years old. This revelation leaves Silva grappling with a mix of emotions, questioning the morality of his actions. 16 months later, the team is back in action. Their new mission is to recover the cesium that mysteriously disappeared during their previous operation. When they raided the safe house before, all they found were some weapon-filled crates and fake paintings. But thanks to some reliable intelligence, Overwatch tracks down the cesium's location to a place called Dakar. Silva and his team head straight to the US Embassy in the capital, explaining how dangerous the cesium is and emphasizing the urgency of finding it before it falls into the wrong hands. Just when things couldn't get more complicated, a mysterious man shows up at the embassy gates carrying a hard drive. He introduces himself as Lenoir and claims that the drive contains the coordinates to the elusive cesium that Silva's team has been hunting. The guards immediately take him inside for questioning by Silva and his team. During the interrogation, Lenoir comes across as an ordinary police officer, a loner with no family, few friends, and no criminal record. But something about him doesn't sit right with Silva, who remains suspicious of this sudden source of information. Accessing the data on Lenoir's hard drive isn't straightforward. The drive is protected by a security password, and when Alice tries to get it out of Lenoir, he refuses to cooperate unless they guarantee his safe extraction from Dakar. To make matters worse, the drives are rigged to self-destruct after just 1 minute of use, leaving the team with only 8 hours to get the information they need before the drives are completely wiped. To prove he's not bluffing, Lenoir reveals the location of one stash of cesium hidden within a counterfeit painting from the previous safe house. The lead checks out, and sure enough, they find the cesium. But the team still doesn't fully trust Lenoir, so they put him through a lie detector test using top-of-the-line technology. The results confirm that he's telling the truth, but Silva's instincts tell him there's more to the story. As the team tries to figure out their next move, the plot thickens with the arrival of the deputy foreign minister and the head of Dakar's state intelligence agency, Axel. They make an unexpected visit to the US Embassy, demanding that Silva hand over Lenoir to them, though they keep their reasons vague. Silva isn't easily fooled. The appearance of these high-ranking officials raises red flags. It's clear that Lenoir is no ordinary cop. Axel sticks to a flimsy explanation, calling Lenoir a corrupt officer and hinting at severe consequences if they try to take him out of Dakar. The tension mounts as Silva is forced to make a tough decision. Meanwhile, Lenoir, now handcuffed but far from helpless, faces a surprise attack from Axel's men, who somehow manage to infiltrate the embassy during Lenoir's medical exam. But despite being shackled, Lenoir proves to be more than a match for his attackers, taking them down with impressive combat skills. Sam and Alice, two members of Overwatch, rush to the scene, only to be stunned by Lenoir's ability. The pieces of the puzzle start falling into place. Lenoir isn't just any cop. He's a former member of Dakar's elite special forces. Silva, both shocked and impressed, contacts Bishop and the rest of the team, calling them to Dakar. It turns out Silva has struck a deal with Lenoir, agreeing to help him escape the country in exchange for the hard drive's password. Bishop briefs the team on their new mission. Overwatch is tasked with transporting Lenoir from the US Embassy to an airstrip 22 miles away, where a plane is waiting to take him to the United States. Armed with the best technology and a squad of highly skilled operatives, Bishop and Silva prepare for this crucial mission. As the mission kicks off, Noor begins to open up to Silva, revealing his troubled past. Noor is a fugitive because he dared to stand against the corrupt government of Indikar, the very same regime that took the lives of his family. However, their mission to extract Noor from Indikar is far from straightforward. Axel, leading the Indikar State Intelligence Agency, has rallied a team to intercept Silva's squad and stop Noor's extraction at any cost. Things take a turn for the worse when Bishop, who is monitoring the mission from a distance, loses his surveillance feed. The blackout lasts only a short while, but it's long enough for Axel's men to plant explosives on Silva's transport vehicle. The car explodes, throwing the team into a chaotic battle for survival. In the midst of the fighting, Sam suffers severe injuries. With her last bit of strength, she urges Silva to press on with the mission, volunteering to stay behind and hold off Axel's forces. Reluctantly, Silva hands her a couple of grenades, knowing she intends to sacrifice herself to buy them time. The mission only becomes more perilous as Silva, Noor, Alice, and an agent named William push forward, burdened by the loss of their teammates. Desperate, Silva demands that Noor give up the password to the hard drive. They need to complete the mission, but Noor remains defiant. As their ammunition runs low and the situation becomes increasingly dangerous, Bishop directs the team to a safe house, a restaurant run by one of their undercover agents. Inside, they find a hidden cache of weapons and ammunition. While Alice and William prepare their new arsenal, Silva notices Axel and his men setting up a perimeter outside the restaurant. Ignoring Bishop's advice to avoid reckless action, Silva confronts Axel directly, refusing to hand over Noor. On his way back into the restaurant, Silva passes two young girls, only to realize too late that they've planted a grenade. He manages to shield civilians as the grenade explodes, but the blast leaves William badly injured, and Silva immediately comes under attack again. As Alice helps the wounded William to the car, Noor steps in to assist Silva in fending off their attackers. They make a quick escape, but their car is soon hit by an enemy vehicle, leaving them surrounded. Bishop directs them to take cover in a nearby apartment building. Axel's men quickly converge on their new hideout, launching a brutal attack that results in William's death. Silva, Alice, and Noor find refuge inside the apartment complex, with Bishop guiding them to a parking area at the back of the building. But Axel's relentless pursuit continues. During the chaos, Alice gets separated from Silva and Noor while trying to protect a young girl. Determined to prevent any further losses, Silva orders Bishop to cut the power to the building and freeze Noor, enlisting his help to rescue Alice. Elsewhere in the building, Alice hides the girl and sets a bomb on the apartment wall, which explodes, allowing them to take out an enemy. She then continues to fight through the building, taking down several attackers before running out of ammunition. Just as she's about to be overwhelmed, Noor arrives, using his impressive combat skills to defeat their assailants. Alice soon finds herself in a one-on-one battle with one of Axel's massive henchmen. Although she manages to wound him, the fight is clearly uneven. Meanwhile, Silva and Noor, having dealt with their own enemies, rush to Alice's aid just in time. Noor's sharp shooting takes down the henchman, saving Alice. The team quickly hijacks a car and heads toward the airstrip, racing against time. They're only minutes away from their deadline when Axel reappears, frustrated and out of options. Silva orders Overwatch to take Axel out with a drone strike, erasing him from existence. At the airstrip, Noor finally provides the password, allowing Bishop's team to unlock the locations of hidden cesium around the world. After searching Noor and confirming that he's clear, they allow him to board the plane. Just when they think the mission is over, Bishop's server crashes, and an image of Kurjan's face appears, shocking them all. It's then that Bishop realizes Noor is a triple agent, and their entire mission in Indikar was nothing but a distraction. The mastermind behind this elaborate scheme is Kurjan's mother, a high-ranking Russian official official who is seeking revenge for her son's death at the hands of Silva's team. Noor was working with her all along, feeding false information to Alice about the cesium and leading Silva's team into a trap. Unaware of the full scope of the plot, Silva instructs Alice to keep an eye on Noor on the plane while he goes to join Bishop. But suspicion begins to grow when Noor casually uses Bishop's code name, Mother, revealing his deep knowledge of Overwatch's operations. Meanwhile, Bishop and his team are ambushed by Kurgan's mother's forces, and the brutal attack leaves everyone dead except Bishop, who barely escapes. On the plane, Alice notices that one of the guards is missing his firearm as she starts to piece together what's happening, leaving Alice's fate uncertain. Kurgan's mother, the architect of this grand conspiracy, wants Silva alive to make him suffer the pain of losing his team, just as she lost her son. As Silva finally realizes Noor's true intentions and Kurgan's mother's vengeful plot, he returns home, having lost his entire team. However, he isn't defeated. Instead, he vows to seek revenge against those who wronged his comrades, starting with Noor.